Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Today, let's talk about why giving away all your content for free is keeping you invisible to your audience in a way that helps you make more money and grow your business. So you often find, right, where for those building an online business, this is probably you, where you are trying to put out all the content, do all of the things, set up a massive repurposing system, create that podcast episode, create this video kind of like this one, and then have it repurposed and show up in all the places to add to the noise that exists online. And you're doing that to build your audience, build your following, and especially if you are doing your marketing right and seeking to grow a true business, then you're looking to build up a customer base. You often find that there's kind of that conflict between building the following, the numbers that those on social media see publicly, as far as like, oh, that person's successful because they have thousands or millions of followers, or the contrast to that, how many people are actually on your customer list who are paying you or almost paying you, and you're helping them further with content that doesn't always exist just on social media. If you find that you're in this place of this kind of content hamster wheel of putting out stuff, but you feel like not many people are engaging with it, or that you're just constantly making all of your stuff free, then you're going to stay invisible to the people who truly need you. And here's why. The free content only attracts the people willing to invest in you in a free way. But you can never grow your business to new levels unless you get paid for the content you have to create. And there are workarounds around this. You know, if you're looking to build solely a media company and be, you know, a YouTuber or become more of an entertainer influencer where you get paid strictly for your content and your advertising that way, then that has its place. But more often than not, many of us visionaries are seeking to grow a business that exists beyond social media. And the power of that comes down to your ability to give out content that also costs money to get access to. You can show up every single day, every single minute, every single day on YouTube, on Facebook, TikTok, wherever your audience may be. And then that's constantly your form of sending out free information. That's incredible. But you need to invite your audience to take one further step with you. And that comes into having not only a freemium offer, but a premium offer. And so that actually leads me to talk about the two types of people in your audience. There are two types of people. The first type are the freemium type. These are the people who love all of the information you're giving out. They even comment and engage with your content saying, oh, this was so valuable. Thank you so much for sharing this. I'm implementing it right now. I'm taking all these notes. And they're constantly singing your praises, or they're doing it quietly. They may even be on your email list and loving the information and the content you're delivering to them for free. Oftentimes, a lot of people stay in that zone of free, where they want to DIY everything themselves, and they may get some results. And if you do your content right, you know, they'll get quick wins. However, reserving your biggest transformations for content and information that costs money to get access to, you know, your knowledge, your expertise, and reserving that for the premium people that are in your audience, those who are actually willing to invest and pay you to become a true customer, is really where a lot of your content should exist as well. You should, of course, create content for the freemium people, because some of them may and always will become the premium people and pay you in some form. But you need to be willing to create content that people actually pay for, and recognize that there is value in having both types of content available. And guess what? Oftentimes, all of the free content you put out there, like let's say you have a YouTube channel or you're doing it on Instagram, whatever your first channel of choice may be for your audience, you may find that the you may find that the people that are engaging with you will do so in a way that will inspire them, and they'll want to keep following you. But you need to recognize that there are these two types of people. And so you may ask, what type of content can exist for the freemium people and the premium people? You definitely want to put a focus, for speaking of the free content. I say it's going to keep you invisible. It's going to keep you invisible to your paying customers. Obviously, you want to create that noise, and you want to put a lot of effort and strategy into getting that attention. Because without that attention, people won't become premium people who want to pay you. And you want to have that kind of intention and strategy by way of the messaging you put into all of the content that exists on, again, whatever channel your audience spends their time on. And this content can look like, it should first focus on a message of transformation, of creating new beliefs for your customers, of enforcing positive identities for them to make it feel like, hey, you can do this because you've done this, or because this customer's done this, I can do this too. And then also breaking objections or common beliefs or myths that exist that are keeping them stuck, keeping them struggling from getting results in their business or their lives. And so I often call that movement building content, because it invites people into a story that is about them, not about you. And then second to that is education related content, information. So that way people can see, hey, you know your stuff, you know your expertise. And I would say this type of content is a fusion of both, where I am inviting you to create this new identity of a visionary, and to recognize, hey, my beliefs that just putting out content is getting me visible enough to grow my business and to get new paying customers. But it's not just about free content. You need to have premium content, paid content that people need to get access to, and recognize opportunities for that. And so education content helps you with showing your authority in other ways. And you definitely need a place for that. And that's the kind of content in particular that plays to the algorithm, SEO, and strategies like that. And the movement building content, that first type of content definitely speaks to more of the inspiration and the emotional content versus education content's the intellectual content, where in order to truly move people to take action and to buy from you, you need to speak to their hearts to then move their minds. And that's why the first type of content should be movement building content, that emotional connection with you. Okay, so putting that kind of content out there, getting the attention, building the following is all important. But guess what? That kind of metric of your followers or subscribers on social media is only one form, and often can be misleading, of recognizing success. Because you often can see plenty of social media stars who seem to have massive and do have massive followings, but maybe most of those people are not actually their true customers who are going to buy. Maybe they follow for other reasons. Maybe it's some family members, although that would be a big family member base. And so you got to compare your public following to your, I guess you can call it private following, your customer base, those who are actually paying you. And recognize that there can be the biggest social media stars in the world with lots of following, but they may not be paying customers. But then you may have the smallest following, but you may have a great group of paying customers that are keeping you successful and growing. The perfect marriage is of the two, is building your following while building your email list and your customer base of those who are paying you. Okay, so in that form of getting that attention on social media or wherever your customers spend their time to get that first step of attraction and getting them to pay attention to you, then you want to send them to a place where they can become a new lead in your business. Oftentimes people call these lead magnets. And oftentimes the lead magnets are free. But this is where the biggest change happens, is when you can shift from not only giving out free information on your website for them to become a lead, but to qualify them even better by charging them to get access to all of those resources that you make available, or most of them. Granted, if you go to videosupply.com, we have multiple PDF guides that we just give away for free, and it's a great way to give people the confidence that we know what we're talking about, and that obviously, first and foremost, we can provide value and quick wins. But then guess what? We have other paid workshops and ways that people can get access to more content that keeps us visible to the right people. And so you want to actively be giving out paid content that people can only get access to when they pay you and become a true customer. Because when you can do that and qualify them that way, then you can lead them to the next product or service that they need to buy in order to get the results that they're looking for, to solve the problems that they have existing. And there's a lot of power in this, and you find, maybe you see a lot of people selling this, right? It's a paid masterclass or paid workshop. And it's because that kind of model works, and it allows you to get the right attention and to really target the right people, versus, say, just putting out content for the sake of putting out content. It's easy. I wouldn't say it's easy to do that. You know, it takes a system, it takes a lot of effort, but it does truly keep you invisible to the people who are actually going to pay you to help you grow your business, and to create that win-win relationship where you can help them and they can help you grow your business. And that's that kind of relationship you got to recognize with your customers. So that is the message I wanted to share with you today, is this idea that giving out all of your content, 100% of your content for free, on your YouTube channel, on your Facebook, all those things, even this form of content is free. It's keeping you invisible to the people who are needing to pay you and engage with you and to be served by you. And so in order to become visible to the right people and grow the business that you dream of, it's important to invest also in premium content for the premium people who are ready to engage with you and to buy into both emotionally and intellectually, buy into your mission as much as you do, become as passionate about it as you do, because they know they can be a part of a movement. So those are some ideas I want to share with you. And I do want to invite you to an upcoming workshop. It is free, granted, for only 24 hours. It's called the Solo Creator Workshop, and it's going to help you transform your home office to a video studio. So that way you can professionally film videos from the comfort of your own home, make them look like this. And, like it's more simple than you think. And it's just a matter of a few quick wins and tweaks to make your videos stand out visually. So that way you can then connect people with your message. I'm hosting it next Wednesday, May 12th. We're going to be broadcasting it live inside of our Facebook group, Visionaries from Invisible to Unforgettable. But also, if you go to videosupply.com/workshops, you can register to get your ticket and get further access and information there. And again, this is only for 24 hours. After that, we're going to make it into a paid workshop for the premium audience members who are ready to commit to growing their dream business using the power of their message and content like video. So again, go to videosupply.com/workshops to learn more about that. And for those of you tuning in to our Facebook broadcast, I'm going to follow up on a few questions. It looks like we got one here. It says, how do you get this video created with the countdown? That's a great question. Very simple software called Ecamm Live, where I'm using it in order to throw in graphics. I mean, I'm keeping it very bare bones now, but you'll see more and more with upcoming broadcasts and lives episodes that will put graphics on the screen. You heard music playing at the beginning of the countdown. Sometimes we even cut out the countdown later on in some of these videos, so that way people can get right to the information. But we often find it's a great way for just people to get it, that first minute. We have a minute countdown, that kind of first minute experience, to know that there's a broadcast coming. I'm going to join, and you can see the countdown. It kind of preps you for what's to come. And then obviously there's a description of the video happening to know what the video and the content's going to be about. So yeah, Ecamm Live is a great tool. It's super cheap. It's like $25 a month. And you get access to all these little broadcast tools that are super user friendly. And the cool part is, and we'll actually be talking this a little bit more on our workshop next week for the Solo Creator Workshop on May 12th, is Ecamm Live allows you to also not only add in the graphics, but you can stream to multiple places. Like right now, this broadcast is going to YouTube, to Facebook. It'll be repurposed as a podcast episode and other mini clips, but it also allows us to loop in other interviewees into the software. It allows us to add music. It allows us to also push the feed into Zoom. If you're having a Zoom call, people can be like, wow, you look so great. How'd you're doing those graphics, that countdown in Zoom. So if you're doing a webinar in Zoom, it works really well there. So, yep. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Until next time, make sure to tune in to join our Facebook group. Go to facebook.com/group/content supply to join that. And also, again, make sure to register for the Solo Creator Workshop at videosupply.com/workshops. All right. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one.